No, second. Okay, no.
Here's a problem dealing with C1V1 equals C2V2, and you obviously have the problem in front of you, and from that you must extract algebra-wise what's what in terms of trying to get to your solution. So as we read this, we have a first concentration, so we're going to call that C1. And as we read along, to dilute it to 0.1 molar, that means what we got to get to, so that would be your final, or C2, concentration. And get a volume of 50 milliliters. So to get from what we have, so to get would mean V2. So then we're looking for, if we're given the formula, and here's the formula, now we realize that we have C1, check mark. We have C2, check mark. We have V2, check mark. And obviously, looking for V1. So first step, isolate V1. Second step would be to fill in the units. So as we're going to do this, we have therefore V1 equals C2 was 0.1 molar. And you know you've done this right when your second concentration should always be lower than the first one. Otherwise you've got it set up the wrong way. V2, 50 milliliter over C1, which would have been the initial concentration. Now, as you can see here, we have our units, and they should cancel, but if they don't, something's wrong. You'll recall that molar means moles per liter. But they're both in the same unit, so they cancel. You're left with the milliliter unit, so V1 equals 10 milliliters. Now, this is not our final answer, so as we want the green one. Oh, the blue one? Did you have a blue one? I'm sure there is. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh, you need the blue one.
You can always pause this whenever you want.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say pause it. I pause.
Well,
I have
we didn't pause it now, but
no, but I can pause now. So I just. Oh yeah. What am I doing? V1. Okay. So now we have V1, but if you read carefully your question, it says, what volume do you need to add?
No, this is just school.
So basically, the volume to add is not V1 because V1 is your initial volume. This question doesn't state how much initial volume you have. Sometimes in questions, they will tell you you have 10 liters of an initial volume, and it doesn't factor into what you're trying to find, because the first thing to do is to, what I emphasize is, what do you have? And when you have this data given to you, you realize V1 is what you're looking for. So even if they tell you you're starting off with some sort of volume, you know you're not supposed to take that into account as a V1 in here, or else you would not be finding anything. So this is the initial that you need from this is the initial volume you would need from some sort of volume given, and here it's more simplified because you're not told how much you have to start off with. But you know you need this from whatever initial volume you might have. Now, to get what you need to add, since we have to finish up with 50 mLs, so volume added always equal to what you have to end up with, final, minus what you need from your initial. So it is 50 milliliters minus what we're going to take from whatever initial volume we have, and so it is 40 milliliters. Therefore, I take 10 from whatever I had, I add 40 to dilute it, and I end up with 50. So we can see here that our concentration goes down 5 times. It's 5 times less, and that's why the volume is 5 times more. This is it. Thank you.